Assalamu alaikum. Today we're roasting a pathetic hit piece video titled Prophet Muhammad and His Gay Companions by this son of B trying hard to smear the greatest man in history, peace and blessings be upon him. Mistranslation, out of context quotes, cultural ignorance, and outright perversion of Islamic sources. We'll refute it point by point from an authentic Islamic perspective, expose the lies, and then hit back with the Bible at the end. Let's dismantle this garbage.
Brother Al-Abbas.
Shall I tell you about Muhammad based on what I have observed in him?
Yes.
I love him so much that I never part from him for even a moment, neither at night nor during the day, and I do not entrust him to anyone. In fact, I often have him sleep in my bed. One night I ordered him to take off his clothing and sleep with me, so I saw resentment on his face and but hate to show disobedience, and he replied back, "Oh, uncle, put your face away until I take off my clothing, as no one should see my naked body." So I was puzzled from his response, and I did put my face away until he come into bed, and when he did, there was a dress between both of us that I did not put, and then I found that he is so soft and smells so good as if he is soaked in musk. So I kept trying hard to stare at his body, and a lot of times during our sleep at this night, I found him not in bed, and I kept calling on him, so he said, "Uncle, here I am," and then he returned.
So what does Al-Razi's interpretation imply? Abu Talib did the following. Firstly, he asked Muhammad to take off his clothes and get into bed. The fact that Muhammad felt uncomfortable suggests that this was not a normal occurrence. 2. He then stared at his nephew. 3. He touched his nephew while he was asleep and said that his skin was very soft. Fourthly, he enjoyed his scent and presence and missed him. Can you imagine having an uncle like that? It's strange and creepy, isn't it? This is sufficient evidence of Abu Muttalib's deviant behavior. If it happened frequently over a number of years, it would certainly have had a negative impact on Muhammad.
Bro, are you serious? This is peak desperation, twisting a story of familial love and the Prophet's modesty into something filthy. In Islamic sources, this is from a tafsir explaining Quran 93:6. Did he not find you an orphan and give you refuge? It highlights the Prophet's pure character even as a child. Abu Talib loved and protected his nephew after losing parents, normal in tribal Arabia, where families were close-knit due to harsh desert life, high mortality, and no modern orphanages. The child refused to undress fully in front of his uncle, showing extreme modesty, a core prophetic trait. He put something between them himself. The soft and musk description? It's miraculous. Prophets have pure, pleasant scents as a sign from Allah. Many hadiths confirm companions noted the Prophet's sweat smelled like musk. Abu Talib noticing the child getting up at night, probably for tahajjud or prayer even as a kid, foreshadowing prophethood. Imagine being so porn-brained that uncle cares for orphan nephew in bed equals gay pedo conspiracy? In your culture maybe, but in 6th century Arabia and authentic Islam, family closeness, protection, and modesty. This evidence is weaker than a wet tissue. If this is your best shot, no wonder you run these smear campaigns. Sheikh Ahmed al-Misri's crimes, if true, are condemned in Islam. Sodomy is a major sin, and abusing students is haram. Don't blame the Prophet for criminals who ignore his sunnah. The Prophet cursed those who imitate the opposite gender and warned severely against harming children.
This is Hadith Sunan Abi Dawud, 3476, narrated Buhaisa. On the authority of her father, my father asked the Prophet for permission to kiss his body. When he was given permission, lifting his shirt, he approached his body and began to kiss and stick to him. He then asked, "Prophet of Allah, what is the thing withholding of which is not lawful?" He replied, "Water." He asked, "Prophet of Allah, what is the thing withholding of which is not lawful?" He replied, "Salt." He again asked, "Prophet of Allah, what is the thing withholding of which is not lawful?" He said, "That you do a good work is better for you." In his book Al-Mu'jam al-Kabir, Al-Tabarani provides a more specific explanation of this event. Sayyar ibn Mandar related from his father, who related from a woman among them called Buhaisa, who said, "My father asked permission of the Prophet to get between him and his shirt. He gave him permission, and the man got between him and his shirt from behind him, and began to embrace him and rub his chest on the Prophet's back. Prophet Muhammad told Buhaisa, 'Doing good is best for you.' He made this statement while Buhaisa was inside his cloak, kissing and caressing him affectionately and staying close by his side. From the Prophet's perspective, Buhaisa's actions were a good deed. But what would a gay Muslim like Sheikh Ahmad al-Misri think when he reads this hadith? He would think that rubbing and kissing a Muslim and getting into his shirt to get close to him is okay in Sunnah.
The hadith is weak, so nothing to say here.
Next is Sunan Abi Dawud, 5224. Narrated Usaid ibn Hudayr. Abdurrahman ibn Abu Layla, quoting Usaid ibn Hudayr, a man of the Ansar, said that while he was given to jesting and was talking to the people and making them laugh, the Prophet poked him under the ribs with a stick. He said, "Let me take retaliation," he said. "Take retaliation," he said. "You are wearing a shirt, but I am not." The Prophet then raised his shirt and the man embraced him and began to kiss his side. Then he said, "This is what I wanted, Messenger of Allah." Once again, is there any heterosexual man who would find himself comfortable or content kissing another man's body thinking, "This is what I've been hoping for"? Some gay Muslims, such as Ahmad al-Misri, who study these hadiths, believe that the Prophet may have engaged in intimate relationships with his companions. Not to mention extremely bizarre.
Sunan Abi Dawud 5224, a lighthearted jest among men. The Prophet poked him playfully with a stick while joking. The man jokingly wants retaliation, but notes clothing difference. So the Prophet raises his shirt for a brotherly embrace, kiss on the side, flank ribs, not erotic. It's camaraderie, like soldiers or close friends horsing around. In Arab culture then, and some places now, male affection, hugs, cheek kisses, hand-holding is platonic. Zero sexual connotation. The Prophet was the most modest, married, and fatherly figure. Heterosexual men wouldn't kiss another man's side. Spoken like someone who's never left their basement or studied cultures beyond Hollywood. In many traditional societies, this is normal male bonding. Your video screams cultural ignorance plus salacious imagination. The Prophet had multiple wives, fathered children, led armies, and built a society with strong gender roles. If companions had gay vibes, why did Islam spread with strict rules against it? Your logic is comedy gold. Bad comedy. Now, since this dummy is actually a Christian missionary, let's check their own book for similar intimate male interactions. Fair is fair. David and Jonathan, 1 Samuel 18-20, 2 Samuel 1. The soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. They kissed each other and wept. David calls Jonathan's love more wonderful than that of women. Jesus and the beloved disciple, John 13:23-25. One of them, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was reclining at the table next to Jesus, leaning back against Jesus. He asked him, physical closeness at the Last Supper, head on chest or breast in some translations? Other examples, Ruth and Naomi's deep bond, the women, but male, Paul's affectionate letters to Timothy, my dear son, constant longing to see him? Foot washing, holy kisses commanded in New Testament, Romans 16:16, 1 Corinthians 16:20. Greet one another with a holy kiss. As I always tell you, watch yourself before you speak of Islam. I always have Bible in my hand, ready to strike with. Jazakallah khair for watching.